Did you know that over 70% of parents report significant struggles with infant sleep training? It's a staggering number, right? Let's dive into why this happens and how we can avoid common pitfalls. Today, we're going to talk about common mistakes in infant sleep training. This is such an important topic for new parents who are desperately seeking better sleep for their babies and themselves. The struggle to get our little ones to sleep through the night is real, and as new parents, we're often unsure of where to start or what we're doing wrong. That's why it's so important to identify and address the common mistakes that can sabotage our infant sleep training efforts. Sleep training can be a daunting task, especially when we're already running on coffee fumes and desperation. One of the biggest challenges we face is dealing with our own emotions and expectations. We often put too much pressure on ourselves to get it right, and when things don't go as planned, we can get frustrated and feel like we're failing. This emotional roller coaster can lead to inconsistent approaches, which only confuse our babies and hinder progress. Another obstacle is navigating the sea of conflicting advice from family, friends, and the internet. It's hard to know who to trust and what methods will work best for our unique situation. And let's be honest, sleep deprivation doesn't help with decision-making, making it even harder to stay on track. Furthermore, our babies are tiny humans with their own personalities and quirks, so what works for one might not work for another. This can be overwhelming, causing us to second-guess ourselves at every turn. So, let's dive into the top 5 common mistakes that can derail our infant sleep training efforts. The first mistake is inconsistent routines. Babies thrive on consistency, and when we change their bedtime routines frequently, it can confuse them and disrupt their sleep patterns. The second mistake is not creating a conducive sleep environment. A dark, quiet, and cool room can make a significant difference in helping your baby sleep better. The third mistake is rushing the process. Sleep training takes time and patience. Expecting immediate results can lead to frustration and setbacks. The fourth mistake is not recognizing sleep cues. Babies have their own signals to indicate they're tired, and missing these cues can result in overtiredness and difficulty falling asleep. The fifth and perhaps most critical mistake is not being consistent with sleep training methods. Switching between different techniques can confuse your baby and hinder progress. To recap, the 5 common mistakes are inconsistent routines, not creating a conducive sleep environment, rushing the process, missing sleep cues, and not being consistent with methods. I encourage you to share your experiences in the comments and check out our other videos for more tips on infant sleep training. Join me as I tackle the top 5 common mistakes that can totally mess up your infant sleep training. So let's dive into the top 5 common mistakes that can derail our infant sleep training efforts. The first mistake is inconsistency in our approach. When we don't have a clear plan or stick to it, our babies get mixed signals, making it difficult for them to learn and adapt. The second mistake is not establishing a bedtime routine. A calming pre-sleep routine helps our babies wind down and prepares them for sleep. But without it, they can get overstimulated and resistant to sleep. Mistake number 3 is using sleep associations like rocking or feeding our babies to sleep. While these might seem like shortcuts, they can create dependencies that make it hard for our babies to self-soothe and fall asleep independently. The fourth mistake is not watching for sleepy cues. Missing these subtle signs can lead to overtiredness, making it even harder to get our babies to sleep. And the fifth mistake is not being patient and persistent. Sleep training takes time, and giving up too soon can mean starting from scratch all over again. One of the most critical mistakes that often goes unnoticed is not respecting our baby's unique sleep needs. Every baby is different, and what works for one might not work for another. By ignoring this, we can end up pushing our babies too hard or not enough, leading to frustration and stagnation. To avoid this, we need to observe our baby's cues, adapt our approach accordingly, and be willing to make adjustments as they grow and change. By doing so, we can significantly improve our chances of successful sleep training. So, to recap, the 5 common mistakes that can sabotage our infant sleep training efforts are inconsistency, lack of a bedtime routine, using sleep associations, missing sleepy cues, and impatience. By being aware of these potential pitfalls, we can take steps to avoid them and set ourselves and our babies up for success. Thanks for watching. And if you're struggling with infant sleep training, I encourage you to share your experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my other videos for more tips and advice on helping your little ones sleep through the night.